Pinterest is an amazing tool to promote your Etsy shop because your pins can be found for years and years to come. In this video, I'll show you how to market your Etsy shop on Pinterest and how simple it is. Welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is Cassie and I help creative people turn their crafts into cash. The most important thing when using Pinterest to market your Etsy shop is using the right keywords. This allows pinners to find your products in the search results on Pinterest. And that's the great thing about Pinterest is that these pins of yours will get indexed and years down the road, people can still find them. So you can have products in your Etsy shop that just keep getting traffic forever. So the first thing you want to do is set up a Pinterest business account and claim your Etsy shop on your Pinterest business account. You can do this in the top right-hand corner. There are two ways that you can pin to Pinterest for your Etsy shop. So the first one is just pinning directly from your Etsy listings. And the second way is making a new image and uploading it into Pinterest. In this scenario, you can write your own product description and put in whatever keywords you want. I'll be sharing some screenshots with you as we go through this process so that you can see exactly where to find all the spots that you need and what it should look like so that you can get this set up really easily for yourself. So to pin directly from Etsy, you want to make sure that you're logged into your Pinterest account and your Etsy account. And then you're going to go over to one of your Etsy listings that you want to pin. And when you go to your listing, you'll see above where the photo is, there will be some social media sharing buttons. So you'll see the Pinterest one there and just click on that and it's going to automatically bring up your product photo and then it will put in the keywords that you have in your title and your description in your Etsy listing. And that's going to be what your pin will be on Pinterest. So those keywords that you have in your title and description are going to be the ones that people will find you for on Pinterest. And then you're just simply going to choose which board you want to pin this pin to. Try to choose the most relevant one that maybe has the same keywords that you have somewhere in your pin title or your pin description. Then that way that tells Pinterest that this thing is a match to what your board is and it will do better on Pinterest. So to create a brand new pin that is not from your Etsy listing, you will go to anywhere that you can make an image. I usually use Canva because it's super simple to use. And you can choose the size of pin image that you want to do. I usually recommend using a vertical one. Your pins that automatically come from Etsy are going to be just a square or horizontal picture. And vertical pins do really well on Pinterest. So if you can make these ones that you upload directly into Pinterest vertical, then you'll have different types of pins out there on Pinterest for people to see. And, you know, everyone likes something different. So some people might be drawn to those horizontal ones and some people might be drawn to the vertical ones. Now, if you're like me and it's overwhelming to think of designing all these pins or you really suck at designing, Carly at Mommy on Purpose has a pin template subscription and it's really inexpensive and you get pins every single month. Plus there's a Facebook group that goes with it. And so she designs all these pins and all you have to do is put your photos in and change the text If you want to change the colors, you could, but she always chooses really nice colors anyway. So I'll put the link to that in the description in case you're interested. It makes it so much easier, especially if you're planning to pin a lot of pins. You'll want to have something that you can quickly use to make them if you're not fast at making pins on your own. Carly's Facebook group is actually how I keep up to date with all of the changes that happen on Pinterest. And let me tell you, they have a lot of changes happening all the time. My followers have grown by 3,000 since I started using her templates. Like, my pins look so much nicer. I'm actually proud of them. The ones that I pinned before were kind of embarrassing. So once you have your image made, then you're going to want to create a pin in Pinterest. So you go to your Pinterest page, and in the left-hand corner, you'll see a tab that says Create. And if you click on that, then it will take you to a drop-down menu and choose Create Pin. And then there will be an area where you can upload your photo and then put in your title and description and the website link. So you want to use relevant keywords in your titles and description, just like you would if you're making an Etsy listing. You want people to be able to find these products on Pinterest when they search. Then there's a spot for alt text. It says add alt text. So what this is basically a description of what the picture is for people who can't see the picture or using a reader. Try to use keywords here as well, but put in a description of what they would see if they were looking at the picture. Then go over to Etsy and grab the URL for the listing that you're making this pin for, and then add that where the link section is on the pin that you're making. And then you just want to choose a board that's also relevant, possibly, hopefully has the same or similar keywords to what you're pinning. And so choose your board and then just click publish, and it will go live on Pinterest. So you're probably wondering, how do I find these keywords to use on Pinterest? And I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to do this. So what you want to do is go on Pinterest, go to the search bar, and then type in a main word. So for instance, if I was listing one of my placemat sets, I would put placemats and then put a space and see what comes up. There should be some suggestions underneath there. And if any of those are relevant, go ahead and write those down. I recommend using either a Google Doc or just writing on a piece of paper, whatever works for you, to keep track of these keywords, because you want to be able to see them when you go to write your description and your titles. So after you've written down those first suggestions, then type in an A after the space and see what comes up there, and write down any relevant ones, and then take the A out and go to B. And so you're going to do this going through the whole alphabet and write down all of the ones that are relevant to your product. And these will be your keywords for your title and your description on your pin. These suggestions that come up are the most recent things that people have searched using that main term and those letters that you're putting in. So now that you have your keywords written down, you need to write your title and description. So use as many of those keywords in your description as you can, but you want it to sound normal, like write a normal paragraph. Don't just stuff a bunch of keywords into there, because people will read those, and keyword stuffing is just never a good thing on any platform. So, and then for your title, just choose one of the best key phrases and put that as your title. So now that you know how to pin to Pinterest, I want to give you a few of my best tips for pinning on Pinterest to market your Etsy shop. My first tip is do pin your products more than one time on Pinterest, but you need to make new pins each time. Pinterest likes fresh content now, and they don't like you repinning your same pin over and over again. So my second tip for marketing your Etsy shop on Pinterest is don't pin your same product too close together. Leave like a few weeks in between. So if you pin one product, then don't pin that product again for a few more weeks, because they do follow the URLs. So if you're pinning that same URL over and over again, even if it's a different pin, they're going to start thinking that you're a spammer and they're going to block your account. My third tip is do make new images. The new images get way more impressions and engagement. So if you want your products to actually get seen, make brand new images for them so that Pinterest sees that this is a new pin and they will push it out to more people. And I sort of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but tip number 4 is don't repin the same pin to multiple boards. One pin to one board. That's basically what they want you to do now. Tip number 5 is do make pins that lead to sections in your Etsy shop. So for this, it's really great to use like a collage of photos. And Carly's templates, she usually includes at least one collage each month. And so you can just plug your photos into the little spots and then put the URL to your section in your Etsy shop. So all you have to do in order to get that URL is go to your Etsy shop and whatever section you want to lead to, and then that'll bring up the web address for that specific section of your shop. And this is a great way to get people to see more of your products because they're going to a section rather than a specific listing. And also with specific listings, if you end up taking that product off, then your pin's going to lead to nowhere. It has this page that says like, uh-oh, this product doesn't exist anymore or something like that. So if you're pinning to a section, that's not going to happen unless you remove the whole section from your shop. And the 6th tip is along those same lines, make pins leading directly to your Etsy shop. So you can also do a collage for these too, because you don't ever want to put just a single product when you're linking to a section or a shop link, because then people are going to think they're going to that specific product and they're going to be annoyed that they have to try to look for it through your whole shop. So a collage of photos will make it clear that they're going to a shop or somewhere that they can actually see a lot of products. So the thing that I want you to be really aware of is that Pinterest is a long game. You can pin your pins and you'll probably get some traffic and engagement on your pins right away. But the real results are going to come weeks or even months down the line. It takes a while for Pinterest to index your pin and see like how it's doing with people and start pushing it out more and more. And once it starts doing that, that's when you're going to see the real results from Pinterest. So don't get frustrated if in the beginning it's not really getting you huge results. You're not really seeing a lot of traffic, because the results will come. If you keep doing it, the results will come. So I want to challenge you to pin one pin per day. I started doing this for my shop, and now 25% of my Etsy shop traffic comes from Pinterest. So you can see that over time, this is going to make a huge impact on your shop. One pin a day. I want to see you do it and I hope that you get huge results from it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and if you want to catch all of my other videos on how to promote your Etsy shop, be sure to subscribe because those are going to be coming up soon. And until next time, bye-bye.